is Drew Van Overen. Overen from Hamilton Heights posted a 1.20 ERA this year with 80 total strikeouts for Decker Petty. He was a menace on the mound, but also very good in the batting order. This game could very well come down to who gets off to a good start, who attacks these pitchers early, but also the pitchers they're going to try to set the tone early on the mound as well.
Interesting that neither of these guys got that many decisions during the regular season, both coming in at 4-2.
Yeah, so, and one note for the South is they're not going to have Andrew Dukanich play in either game. There are two, so we're going to see one slate of guys for the first game, we think. Maybe a few substitutions here and there, but also plenty of guys in the dugout that'll be able to play in the second game. Dukanich not going to be playing. He's going to most likely be playing at the next level. Most likely could be a first-round pick. He's also committed to Vanderbilt University. But these rosters are so stacked, and they come from all different schools, too. You noted to me before the broadcast that there's just a couple of teammates. There's two guys on Brebeuf for the South All-Stars, and then other than that, we don't believe there's any other teammates. And then on the north side, there's two guys from Westfield. But the representation from each corner of the state is very well represented in this North and South All-Star game.
Absolutely. We get at least we'll get a few glimpses of some guys who played last weekend at Victory Field in the state championship. Zachary Hoskins from Penn getting the nod in right field for the North.
Yeah, we are also going to see some guys that we mentioned, saw them a little bit during the regular season, but also not just in the postseason, but in state tournament play, a couple of state champions or state runner-ups appearing in this game this afternoon. So, a doubleheader about to begin. We will take a break and be back for first pitch from Indiana Wesleyan University. You're watching the North-South Baseball All-Star Game on IndianaSRN. We welcome you back to Indiana Wesleyan University. A look at the North Side All-Stars, a couple of them with their head coaches. That is a very cool thing. You get to see these All-Star players. They get introduced alongside their head coach, and a lot of those head coaches appearing for their All-Stars here this afternoon for our afternoon doubleheader. Keith Myers is down on the field with a couple of guys he's familiar with. The four umpires we will have.
Yeah, I got the umpires with me, and what a privilege it is to umpire this game.
Absolutely is. What a privilege it is to be on IndianaSRN.
Wow, he's a fan. Talk a little bit about how we need officials and umpires, because we really need them to make this game what it is.
Yeah, you're going to see a little bit of gray hair out here when you come to watch football games and baseball games and all that stuff. The average age for officials has gotten tremendously large over the past couple of decades. Back in the 1970s, it was 20. Now it's almost in the 50s. We're going to need officials. In order to keep this game going, there's a couple things you need. Obviously, we need players, but we also need officials. We need these youngsters to get involved. If their playing days are over, come on out and officiate. It's a wonderful thing to do. I've been doing it for over 40 years, started when I was 14 years old, and I absolutely love it.
The cool thing is, fellas, they cut the grass and lined the field today before they got their uniforms on. I thought the field was great, doesn't it? Back up to you.
Yeah, it sure does. It's pretty pristine, pretty exact, this infield turf. here at Wildcat Baseball Stadium. It appears that we're getting closer to first pitch. The north side in the blue uniforms and gray pants, and the South All-Stars wearing the red uniforms with blue numbers and white pants. So much talent on display here this afternoon.
And not just in playing in the game, but also coaching in the game. For the South, we've got Jeremy Jones here from Evansville North, team that won 23 ball games this spring. And from the North, we've got A.J. Reisdorf from Northwood, as well as a number of assistant coaches from different places: Center Grove, Lawrence North, Silver Creek, Manchester, Eastside, Hamilton Heights, and Oak Hill.
And a couple of coaches who have some relation that are going to be playing in this game. Coach Van Overen has his son Drew out on the mound to start things off for the North All-Stars from Hamilton Heights. A couple of seasoned veterans on both sides coaching up these All-Star players.
I'm interested to see how these coaches approach an All-Star game. Are we going to be doing a lot of pitching by committee? Are we going to be changing every inning? Or are we, see a more traditional 5, 6, 7 innings from a guy? Obviously, you want to get as many players into the games as possible. If they're given this honor, they're going to be out on the field at some point, you would think.
Van Overen, once he's done, will be attending Kankakee Community College.
All right, I got the team captain's meeting.
And for the Southside All-Stars, Aiden Decker-Petty. Tremendous year this year for the Newcastle Trojans. Went deep into the postseason. And he will be attending IU when his high school career is over this afternoon. Keith is at home plate with the coaches meeting and the umpires down on the field.
Pre-game meeting, always an interesting conversation. They're just going to go and talk about the ground rules before we get started here.
You have a little bit of a umpiring background yourself, don't you, Chris?
I have. I have spent 5 seasons as an umpire. I think those days are probably over. But I saw Pete Hatfield from Center Grove last year in the postseason. I think he's the only one here that I've worked before. But yes, we definitely need lots of young umpires to fill some of those gaps.
Let's quickly go over the starting lineup for the away team, the North All-Stars. But before we do that, we'll send things down to Keith Myers for our pregame report before our first pitch.
I will tell you this, fellas, that these umpires are set. The players are set. They had only an hour and a half of practice yesterday. Batting practice, throwing practice, all those things. And both managers told me today that we are in for a treat because we're going to see most of these kids play the major leagues after they get done with college. In fact, we got one kid playing in this All-Star game that may not even go to college, and you already talked about him. So it's going to be a fun night and it's a fun day. We're excited. First pitch, it's your way.
A ceremonial first pitch now taking place. And, yeah, that player Keith was alluding to, Dukanich, committed to Vanderbilt, will most likely be a first-round pick.
Another player who pitched in the state championship last weekend. Clocks in at, 95?
It's up there. It sure is. Terrific stuff from Dukanich, but in a losing effort, unfortunately, to Andrean, who has really been a dynamite force in Indiana high school baseball.
What an effort by their kid on the mound last week. Went the whole way. I believe he's going to be pitching at Purdue Northwest, not here today. yeah, quite the set of ball games last weekend.
And Dukanich, if he does end up going in the first round, last year's first-round pick from another Indiana high school, Colson Montgomery, he was drafted in the first round by the White Sox, so he'll join pretty nice company for Indiana kids making it to the big leagues right out of high school.
Dukanich is committed to Vanderbilt, so that's always an interesting place to be in when you've got a commitment in, but people are talking about you as a very high draft pick.
Yeah, a tremendous SEC school, tremendous baseball school just across the board. Let's go over the North All-Stars. They'll be batting first. Nick Turner is the catcher leading off. The designated hitter is Luke Willman. And then Connor Mish bats third. He's in left field. The first baseman, Nolan Johnson, bats cleanup. Evan Pierce, the 5-hitter, is in center field. Aiden Coffey at third, bats sixth. Owen Willard is the shortstop, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Zach Hoskins in right. And then Brennan Weigart is the second baseman, batting ninth, going against the South starting pitcher in Aiden Decker Petty. Any guys that stick out in this starting lineup for the North, Chris? It's a stacked lineup, but there's definitely a couple of guys here and there that'll most definitely make a difference. Could very well win this game for the respective team.
I mean, what an honor. These rosters 27, 28 deep, best players in the state, and you get picked in the first 9.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count out any one of the 9 to play a key role in the ball game.
Nick Turner, who leads things off, is from Seeger High School, batted .485 this year, which surprisingly isn't the best on the team. There's a couple of guys who've eclipsed the 500 mark, and that's exactly why they're selected to these all-star teams. These are the best of the best, so we hope you enjoy the baseball we will have for you this afternoon on IndianaSRN. The first inning is brought to you by Taylor Architects. They were established in 1985. Following 20 years of multidisciplined project design and varied construction administration experiences through several states, now after more than 35 years of practice, the success of this firm continues as clients and project types grow into a diverse history of successful architectural service. Taylor Architects, a proud sponsor of our first inning of the North-South All-Star Game. The North All-Stars take the field, which means they're going to be the home team for this first game. So the South side will bat first. Their starting lineup looks like this. Charlie Reif is the catcher leading things off. Kiefer Wilson, the designated hitter, bats second. Tucker Biven is the shortstop, batting third. Batting fourth is Cameron Decker. He's playing third base. Playing second base is Dominic Decker, batting fifth. Batting sixth, Riley Behrman. He's playing first base. Landon Carr bats seventh in right field. Center field, Cannon Stoll. And batting ninth is Charlie Hawk, the left fielder. So North side will be the away team for the second game, as game one is about to get underway. Just a couple minutes behind schedule. The first pitch appears to be in the coming minutes around 12:10, and we will await Charlie Reif to lead things off for the South. This year, Reif from Shelbyville High School, .395 hitter, 11 doubles and 3 home runs this season. Down on the field, Keith Myers has the North side coach.
Got Coach AJ with me, and what did you say to your team? If you don't win, you're going to walk home, or is it just for fun?
Hey man, this is just for fun. This is a great opportunity for a lot of guys who put in a lot of hard work for, more than 4 years really. I mean, a lot of these kids have been grinding since they were kids, probably dreaming of this type of opportunity. And thankfully we have a coaches association who, was able to deliver on this. But this is definitely earned. So they're here to have a good time and show off their talents.
Is the catcher calling the pitches, or are you guys calling the pitchers?
He's calling them, man. Like, I imagine that if you made it to this level, you understand how to call the game and work with the pitchers that are up there. So,
okay, Coach, if I was pitching right now, it would be fastball at 30 miles an hour, curveball at 12.
For you? For you? Well, that's pretty good. I was still clocking about 84 this year, so I feel pretty good. If we need an inning, I might hop out there.
I don't want to coach. I don't want to let this guy even batting practice because he can hit the ball too. Coach, thanks so much. Back up to you guys.
30 miles an hour, huh? Coach has you pretty beat out, Keith. The first pitch was a fastball, and it was a pretty good one from Van Overen, and right now he's behind 2-1 to Charlie Reif. Set and deliver upstairs. It misses. 3-1.
Reif played his regular season ball at Shelbyville, just south of Indianapolis.
3-1 to him. That one is up, and an early base runner for the South. A good start for them. 5 pitches issued and a walk.
Now batting, number 21, keeper Wilson.
Little early game nerves there for the North hurler.
That'll bring up Kiefer Wilson. He's the designated hitter from Greencastle High School. A tremendous 3-sport athlete. He's starting quarterback and linebacker for the football team. Forward position on basketball, and he slaps this one down the right field line. This will be extra bases. It may score a run. Wilson has a stand-up double. They're going to wave around the runner. The throw won't make it there. Scoring all the way from first was a courtesy runner for the South All-Stars, being Brody Chrisman, and the South take an early 1-0 lead.
Wilson hit .543 in the spring, and he keeps that hot streak going right into the All-Star game.
First pitch swinging, and Wilson tacks on the first run of our first All-Star game. Off-speed pitch is in there to the 3-hitter, Tucker Biven.
Another guy who's up in the 600 batting average range, 590 this spring, 25 doubles it looks like.
Biven out of New Albany High School. It's a long way up here from New Albany. He swings at this pitch into the right field gap. This one's going to drop. Easily scoring from second. Biven might be thinking 3. A hard turn from second, and he'll have a sliding triple. That'll bring in the second run of the game.
Well, we're expecting a pitcher's duel today, Jarrett?
I don't know. Hot hitting already from the South. And it looks like both times guys are sitting on the fastball. Wilson attacks the first pitch fastball, sends it down the right field line, and now Biven does the same. Opposite field hitting from the South. First pitch hack from Cameron Decker's a swing and a miss.
It's a breaking ball.
Decker, the starting third baseman from Evansville North. Dominic Decker waits on deck. Those two, though not related, Dominic from Silver Creek High School. Cameron Decker, power hitter this season. 12 home runs, which is tied for second on this South All-Star team.
Played for his head coach today. So they should know each other pretty well. Gets to hit in the cleanup slot.
It's down 1-2. Outside, nice block behind the plate. North's catcher, Nick Turner. both catchers, the leadoff hitters. The 2-2 now to Decker. Another ball that skips in, and Turner using his chest protector to keep it down. Count has run full. Still nobody out. Swing and a towering fly ball. Third baseman a couple of steps working backwards, and a near miss on the catch, but hauling it in for the North is Aiden Coffey at the hot corner.
Didn't make it look easy there.
No, he did not. And there's just a little bit of a win, not too much.
Been over and can sigh of relief, got his first out.
And hopefully going on a streak to try and get these outs is what Van Overen's thinking. And he starts off Dominic Decker with a strike.
Getting that first strike so important.
Dominic, like we said, out of Silver Creek, 418 hitter.
Those Silver Creek teams in multiple sports having a ton of success in recent years.
Basketball not too long ago.
Yep, they beat Culver Academy a couple years ago. My alma mater.
This one sent out to the outfield. Could get the job done and send in another run. Making the catch. Throw comes into home. Enough on it, but just not in time. A head-first slide in there to score is Biven. And the South All-Stars are now up 3-0.
It's a little closer at home plate than I expected it to be. A pretty good throw there from the outfield.
A lot of arm from Connor Mish out in left field. Second out, but the third run. Riley Behrman, the first baseman, is in.
Behrman from North Central in Indianapolis. Hit 5 home runs this spring.
Fastball just misses outside, 2-0. First swing is a miss from Behrman.
Wish I had the exact statistic in front of me, but I saw some time ago the percentage of runs that are scored in the first inning of baseball games, and it's not an insignificant amount.
This one's sent out to center. Retreating back to make the catch is Evan Pierce for the North. That'll finally retire the side. The South, though, they do some damage. Top of the order, put up 3 runs. We'll head to the bottom half of the first. This is the Indiana All-Star Game on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Welcome back to Indiana Wesleyan University and Wildcat Baseball Field. A 3-spot to open things up from the south. It'll now be the North's turn to try and do some damage. Trying to work against Aiden Decker Petty. Decker Petty from Newcastle this season, a 3.5 ERA. This team going deep into the postseason before falling in the regional championship game.
Leading off the bottom of the first inning for the North squad, number 25,
Nick Turner will lead off for the North. First batter in for the North. He bats from the left side, takes the first pitch ball.
Turner smacked 14 doubles this spring.
Swings at this one, opposite field hitting, sliding stop by the shortstop, the throw to first, skips behind the first baseman. Nice backup from the catcher to prevent Turner from going to second, but actually Turner will go to second because I believe the ball skipped out of play.
Great effort there by Bivin at short.
Actually, Turner's just going to come in for a courtesy runner, and he will be awarded second. That runner for the North being Jacob Pruitt from Yorktown.
Base hit by Turner brings to the plate, number 4, Luke Willman.
So good start here for the North All-Stars. Fastball inside part of the plate in there for a strike.
Willman DHing today. Got no pitcher swinging.
Plays the catcher position from Wapahani High School. Always good baseball program there. And he's down 0-2 now. Attacking him and fouling that one off is Willman.
Interesting number there. Hit 8 triples this spring. This must have some wheels.
This one will be in play. Shortstop goes back, center fielder comes in, and making the catch will be Tucker Bivin for the South.
Brings to the plate, number 10, Connor Mish.
This will bring up Connor Mish. Lake Central High School, a .554 batter. You thought 8 triples was a lot, Chris. Mish had 14 this year. That one's low, 2-0.
Also hit 5 home runs. Guess that's why he's hitting in the 3 slot.
That one's in there for a strike. Now it's 2-1. Skips in, nice block made by the catcher Rife. Runner in scoring position with the 1 out. Inside, he'll take his base. Mish with the walk. Now there's 2 runners on for the North.
Walk to Mish. Brings to the plate, number 16, Nolan.
Infield
Johnson.
fly situation here in play. Bouncer foul.
Cleanup spot, Nolan Johnson now up. Valparaiso high school product, 444 hitter. Bright neon colored bat takes a strike. And now he's down to the count 0-2. This one sent back up the middle, and it'll split the middle infield. They're going to wave around the runner. Throw comes in, slides underneath it, able to score for the North All-Stars. Was that courtesy runner Pruitt who came in after Turner reached base, and now the North is starting to call back.
Another great throw there from the outfield.
And these third base coaches, they're testing these arms also. But a lot of speed in the top of this order.
Nifty little breaking ball.
Getting ahead again is Decker Petty, this time against Evan Pierce. Pierce swings at this one, another off-speed pitch, 0-2.
Helped him out there, ball in the dirt.
The 0-2 to Pierce. Trying to catch him fishing.
Outfield playing straight away. Haven't seen too much in the way of shifts, and that may be an indication of not much of a scouting report going into this game.
Ooh, this one inside, and it hits Pierce.
It's an interesting play. The umpire's checking with his partner because he did kind of check swing and wanted to know if it was enough for a swing, which would be a strike. But his partner down there at first base says, nope, it's a hit by pitch. Bases loaded.
That's exactly right. Aiden Coffey will have the bases juiced. If you thought this was going to be a low-scoring pitcher's duel like we thought it could have been, well, it only took an inning and a half, or half of an inning now, to prove that wrong. First pitch hack from Coffey, swing and a miss.
Again, these pitchers didn't have that many decisions in the spring. You know, maybe it's just because it's a short season, but that also might mean other things. Low ERAs.
Coffey from Monroe Central, that one nearly got him. We'll head off to Coastal Carolina when all things are done.
Sun Belt League.
2-1 count to Coffey. Good hitters count here with the bases loaded.
Coffey hit 11 home runs this spring. A little power.
Or a lot of power. A lot of power would be nice here. Coffey, that one gets by the catcher to the backstop. An easy run scored by Mish. Everyone else will move up 90 feet, second and third. And it's now a 3-2 ball game.
You know you're in a high school all-star game when your sixth slot has double-digit home runs and is going to play Division I baseball in the Southeast the next few years.
The 2-1, the 3-1, excuse me. Now it's full.
I was actually at Coastal Carolina a couple months ago, not far from Myrtle Beach.
Are you a fan of that football turf they got out over there?
My brother is a huge Coastal Carolina football fan.
Okay.
I've not gotten into the craze, but
Well, they have gotten a lot better here of late.
they've won a lot of games the last 2 seasons.
Walk to Coffey, and the bases will be loaded again for Owen Willard from Eastside. Played in the state championship game last year. Came up short against Providence. Providence also They've had a lot of success lately across the board. State champions this year in basketball.
Already going out and talking to the pitcher. The bases loaded here and 1 out.
Yeah, quick meeting on the mound with the bases loaded. Keith Myers is down on the field.
The pitcher asked for a rosin bag, said his hands are wet and it's slipping out of his hand. Coach Rich says, okay, we'll get you a rosin bag. So we'll see if that helps. I know when I used my rosin bag, Chris, it always threw strikes for me. Back up to you guys.
I don't know if I believe that.
It didn't help up with your MPH there, Keith. 30-mile-an-hour fastballs. I don't know if that cuts it.
Keith's got a lot of smoke. I'm learning.
Well, last week he told us he usually camps out in right field and picks flowers back in Little League ball. Deep fly ball to right field. This will score a run and tie the ball game. Sac fly for Owen Willard. He gets the job done. And we have a brand new ball game here in this first inning.
Yeah, the North's having a thing or two to say about whether or not this game was going to get away from them early. Definitely not.
Sacrifice fly by Willard drives in the run. Brings up number 5.
The 8-hitter is Zach Hoskins.
Hoskins had an RBI and a run scored in a 3-0 state championship effort last weekend.
Victory over Cathedral to be crowned 4A champs. Swing and a miss from the lefty. Using a wood bat also is Hoskins. Swings at this one. That one's fouled off. Well, it looks like a wood bat, but it didn't sound like a wood bat. Hard to tell from up here.
Yeah, that's definitely metal. After hearing that.
After hearing that, of course. This one rolled over to first. They'll get the easy out, stepping on the bag to pick it up. Riley Behrman. That's the third out. We'll head to the second inning. South All-Stars back up to the plate when we return here on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Each side putting up 3 runs and 2 hits in their first inning up to the plate. South All-Stars coming back up to hit, leading things off with Landon Carr, the right fielder. The second inning is brought to you by Atlas Foundry Company. Since 1893, Atlas has been owned and operated by the Gartland family. Foundry has continued to grow by providing high-quality gray iron castings, plus needed support services such as pattern development and storage services, metal testing, evaluation, prototyping, part finishing, machining, coating, heat treating, and much more, etc., etc. Atlas Foundry Company, proud sponsor of IndianaSRN. From Northview High School, Landon Carr sends this one into the left field gap, but a good jump on it from the left fielder. Connor Mish tracks that one down.
If you're wondering, like me, how much pitching changes we were going to get today, Van Overen comes back out his second inning after giving up 3 in the first.
1 pitch, 1 out. Much better start this inning for Van Overen.
Just noticing now it's kind of a fun little left field hill that we have. Number of spectators choosing to watch the ball game from there.
Long chairs over there. This one ripped past the shortstop. Stoll will reach base. Just past the outreach glove of Owen Willard.
Stoll's bring a base hit will bring to the plate. Number 8, Charlie Hawk.
The 9-hitter is Charlie Hawk playing left field. Hawk from Lawrence Central.
Interesting where these boundaries get drawn. I'm sure it has to do with how many schools are where, but I associate some of these schools, Fishers, Lawrence, as north in Indianapolis, but they're playing for the south.
Taking the extra base is Stoll. Nice read as the pitch was skipped in. Stolen base for him, 1-0 to Hawk. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike.
Hawk, another kid who can hit the ball out of the ballpark. 5 home runs this spring.
Keeping an eye on Stoll at second base is Van Overen. Really a packed house here at Wildcat Baseball Field. A little bit of overflow, like you said, up on that hill. A great place to watch the game. Another breaking ball in there. That one has been working for Van Overen.
It's an interesting pitch. I'd like to know exactly what he's throwing.
A lot of break on it.
It's kind of slow.
He gets ahead 1-2. Does he go back to it? He does. Fights it off, does Hawk, to stay alive.
Outfield for the North continuing to play deep. I would imagine they're going to get comfortable out there today with these hitters.
.400 to dead center, 362 in the left center on the padded wall. Another fight off from Charlie Hawk. It's just a very unique field. We already mentioned the infield turf, outfield's grass. Then you have the padded wall from left field into left center, and then a black fence that wraps around the rest of the outfield wall. A hanging curveball, and he went after it, did Hawk. That's the first strikeout of the game, picked up by Van Overen.
That brings to the plate the top of the order, number 22, Charlie Wright.
Charlie Wright steps back up. He started things off with a walk and ended up scoring on the double by Wilson. Low and outside for ball 1. Van Overen would love to get this third out, especially now with Reif starting things over in the order, but he falls behind 2-0. And perhaps give your team a chance to play with the lead when they come up to bat. 3-0 now to Reif. What will Van Overen do with the base open? That'll be in there for a strike.
Van Overen, it's hard to say exactly what he's doing there, but he fiddles with the ball a little bit. Plain sight makes me wonder if he's getting his grip, and if that is what he's doing, kind of surprised that habit hasn't been broken yet, but maybe it's just a nervous tick.
Strike 2 now. From behind 3-0, it's now running the count full. Payoff pitch. This one lined into left field. They're going to wave around the runner. Another long throw in from the outfield. It's offline. That run will score, and Arrive will advance into second. South All-Stars retaking the lead 4-3 now.
The offensive onslaught continuing into the second inning. Here comes Wilson from Greencastle.
Could Wilson go with back-to-back doubles here? That's what he did in the first inning. Off speed to start things off. We had a chance to watch Wilson play this year in all 3 sports now, football and basketball. Tremendous athlete all across the board, and after seeing what he did in that first inning, it's hard to tell what sport is his best. Being a starting quarterback, starting forward on the basketball team.
I've umpired for him as well.
Another off speed, but that one misses.
If my memory serves, he does pitch as well, and he likes to work very quickly.
Been over and takes his time just a little bit. That one in the turf. Nice block made by Turner.
Doesn't step out, doesn't do anything in between pitches. He's ready to go as a hitter as well.
Wiggles the bat up and down. A nice get off from second base, and Wilson tried to slap that one in play, but it's just fouled down the right field line.
Went opposite field in the first inning as well, so seems pretty comfortable letting the ball do the work.
And second baseman and the first baseman on that side, both playing fairly deep to Wilson. The 2-2. That one hung up there. Gets by the third baseman. This time they're going to hold the runner, wisely so. Throw comes into the catcher. Runners will be at the corners. Wilson now 2 for 2.
Don't think we have any information on what he's doing at the next level. Is that right? Do you have anything?
Well, he should be. He should be doing something.
I mean, maybe he's playing one of his other sports, like you pointed out. Just seems like a gamer. Just wants to play.
6'4", 200 is Wilson. He's going to Olney Central College.
Be interesting to see what his statistics as a hitter are for walks. My hypothesis is he doesn't walk very much.
I was just thinking that. How many walks these guys have issued throughout the season, especially for guys like Tucker Piven, who was batting a near 600. Throw over to first. Wilson just back in time. Nice idea from Turner.
It's a great throw from his knees.
Tried the back pick, did Turner. It nearly worked.
And again, probably picking the right guy, Wilson, to expect to be aggressive.
Upstairs, 3-0. 3-0 green light. Will this one stay in fair territory? It does. Stay in play, I should say, but in foul territory. Third baseman makes the catch for the North. So the South, they get one back to retake the lead. They now lead 4-3 in our North-South All-Star game from IWU.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Jeremy Jones joins us, the South coach, and scoreboard looks like it's going to be like a pinball machine today.
This is like a Tuesday American Legion game right now. It's going to last like 4.5 hours, but when you have bats like this, I think these guys are ready to hit. They're swinging, and our guys have taken advantage so far.
Talk a little bit about your team and your season this year. You guys played pretty well, and you got some kids that's playing up for you. Talk a little bit about your team.
Yeah, we were 23 and 6 this year. We had a really good team, really good group of seniors this year that I really love. They were just a great group. Our sectional's tough. We had 3 teams ranked in the top 8 of the state in 4A, so we ran into a hot arm. A kid going to Auburn, Cameron Tilley, shut us down a little bit. But our guys, I tell you, the last couple of years, they've been phenomenal for us, and I've just been proud to coach that group.
Talk about the All-Star, the vibe. You guys are a little bit more relaxed, and coach are cutting it up and everything, and they checked out the mic, make sure that it was on a delay. Talk a little bit about the livelihood here.
So much fun. I'm telling you, the kids are just having a great time. The coaches are having a great time. I think everybody appreciates how much talent's out here. And we told our guys the first day once we got here, hey, just have fun. You guys have earned this. You guys enjoy this. Soak up the moment. When you look back 10 years from now, you're going to remember how much fun it was playing with these guys this weekend.
Talk about the state coverage as well, because everybody in the world is watching this, and these kids will go back home and watch this over and over again. That's a pretty cool thing.
It's awesome. We've got so many people in Evansville that are tuning in, watching today, and I think it's great what you guys are doing and having everybody have a chance to see this. It's a long drive for us, 4 hours, so a lot of our guys weren't able to come up here today, but it's awesome. These guys are getting the exposure they deserve, and they've earned it.
We're making that 4-hour trip this year, doing football all year for down in Evansville. So SRN is making a staple there. That's pretty cool too.
Oh, that's great. Hopefully the construction on 69 will clear up by the time you guys are down there. That was a slow drive coming up on Friday.
Back up to you guys.
Thanks so much, Keith. And that makes us up here, smile a little bit, being able, knowing that there's people way down in Evansville, Chris, that are able to tune in. That's why we do this. So we're happy to be here, really, so everyone can enjoy this Indiana All-Star game. Strikeout there. Brennan Wiegert takes the K. Decker Petty picks up his first one, so now each pitcher with just 1 strikeout.
And again, for both sides, pitcher back out there in the second inning after a rough start.
Tap the order now with Nick Turner. Left-handed hitter.
We don't have any official scorer in front of us. What did you have him for last time? A hit or an error?
For him, had the single and advancing to second on the error.
I like it. We're on the same page.
A little bit of both. That's
I agree,
right.
100%. That was a legitimate single to start for the North.
Turner has one of the 2 hits for the North. The South picked up 3 hits in that previous inning, including the double by Rife. Even count 2-2 to Nick Turner. Setting up and away, but that one very low. Full count now. swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove. And hanging on for it was Rife. Back-to-back strikeouts picked up by Decker Petty.
Now batting, number 4, Luke Wilman.
Trying to remind us that there will be some defense played today.
Quick mound visit between Rife and Decker Petty as they have the designated hitter Luke Wilman stepping in. Wilman popped up to the shortstop in his first at bat.
As I look at this now, I think I said this wrong last time. I think I said that Wilman had, maybe I did get it right. I said he had 8 triples. Do you have that as 8 triples or 8 home runs?
8 home runs.
Okay, I did get it wrong.
You know, Keith likes to be, he likes to do things a little differently with how he sets up his
slashes.
his stat sheet. 1-1 count to Wilman.
If I only make one mistake today, it will be a good day.
Skips in, 2-1. Well, I was right about that the first inning when we mentioned the amount of triples that Mish has. He does indeed have 14 triples, and he waits on deck. And he might have a chance to come back up to the plate with Wilman ahead 3-1. The windup and the delivery from Decker Petty. That one's low. Wilman reaches base for the first time.
How tall do you have Decker Petty?
He is a towering
lanky kid.
figure. Yes, he is.
Brings to the plate, number 10, Connor Mitch.
Definitely worth a look. He's at 6'5".
Yeah, looks like.
Heading to Indiana University.
Yeah, and they'll put some meat on him, I think.
Decker Petty definitely does have the stuff to be playing at the next level, playing Big Ten baseball.
And plenty of room to grow, I would imagine. He's got a few more miles per hour to find on his fastball.
This one a high chopper. Shortstop comes in to make the throw 6-3. And that'll retire the side. The walk to Wilman. Nothing out of it for the North. They trail 4-3 as we head to the top of the 3 on IndianaSRN.
No runs on no hits. 1 runner left on.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN. Back at the All-Star game with me now is Matt Cherry, the head coach at Fishers High School. Hi, Matt.
Hello, how are you?
Good. A couple of years ago, we did your games. I think you won every game that we did, and now we haven't covered you lately. How's your season been?
We had a great season. Won the league, lost the sectional championship, but we need you to come back out so we can win more games.
Talk a little bit about the atmosphere and how your kids understands that they're an All-Star and what that means to be an Indiana All-Star.
It's a great privilege. I mean, just look around the field today, and there's guys going to all sorts of big colleges across the country, and so to be picked to be a part of that group is pretty special.
Okay, the big question is, how's the boys playing? I hear that they're in a tournament next week.
My boys, my own personal boys,
yeah,
they're playing great. I got an 8-year-old, 11-year-old. Missing my 8-year-old's games today, so go watch them play tomorrow. But they're playing great.
Yet they take talent after their mom. That's why they're playing so great. You're going to see this guy on Aspen Creek Girl hopefully in July. Good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Played a season for Matt Cherry myself a long time ago. Anderson University. He's a high energy guy.
small world, huh?
Actually, to say I played is a little bit of a stretch. Actually, I learned to keep the scorebook that season.
New pitcher on the mound for the North is Gage Stanifer from Westfield High School.
Again, Westfield, one of those schools with 2 players out there today.
So maybe that'll be the start of the theme as far as pitchers are concerned. Van Overen goes 2 innings, gives up 4 runs, 5 hits. Inside for a strike, 0-2. Stanifer this season doesn't get much better than a sub-1 ERA. How about 3 pitches, 3 strikes?
Looking pretty comfortable.
As he sits down Nolan Johnson. 5-2 record this season, a .74 earned run average with 83 total strikeouts, and he tags on another one.
Almost certainly played against some pretty good competition as well. Sometimes you don't know with statistics exactly what they mean. I suspect his statistics are pretty legit. Which is why he's heading to Cincinnati to play for the next few years.
That one shoots away for his first ball, so it's 1-1. Stanifer's got some interesting colors showing. He's got the bright green glove, or the bright green cleats, and then he's got the what do you call that? Teal, turquoise.
I like it. Yep.
The glove. Very nice touch.
He's got some hair coming out the back as well.
He's just got a total flow going. Although he issues a walk here to Evan Pierce, so 3-pitch strikeout, and now a 5-pitch walk for Pierce, and he reaches for the second time.
The walk to Decker brings to the plate number 15, Riley Merriman.
Another guy that works quickly out there on the mound. Although that could be an indication of nerves in a situation like today. Not afraid to throw inside there.
Well, I totally botched the scoreboard, Chris. I gave the strikeout and the walk to the north side, so I got to flip over. Cameron Decker struck out. Dominic Decker is at first on the walk. He's now trying to take an extra base, which he does. But Behrman strikes out. Let's go back down on the field with Keith again.
Brian Abbott's with us. He's the director of the Coaches Association. Thanks for having us out.
I appreciate you guys coming. A lot of people want to watch this, and I'm glad you guys are broadcasting because there's people at home want to see it.
Talk a little bit about the atmosphere, how these kids are picked. Coaches pick them, and you pick them early, but and how those kids are excited about being part of the All-Stars.
We have a selection committee in the North and the South, and they pick them 2 weeks before Memorial Day. We have some meetings together, and coaches have to nominate them. They're all seniors. And then we do it by districts. Then we have a committee that comes together, one in the North, one in the South, about 10 to 12 people that kind of go through and spend about 3 or 4 hours putting this team together. By position, by school, by district. We have some rules we follow. You can only have one kid from each school initially on the team. We try to balance a little bit if we can with classes and things like that and geography. We kind of want this game to represent the whole state of Indiana.
Talk a little bit about my eligibility. I have 1 year left, but you say I cannot play in this All-Star game because I'm 63.
No comment.
Brian's about our age, so back up to you guys. A great host, and hey, he's going to feed us in between games. I can't wait.
Oh, that's the exciting part.
I want to go back a second. I thought there that Behrman got away. I don't like to criticize umpires. Thought Behrman got away with an interference. Should have been a strikeout, throw him out situation. at second base. Walked right in front of the catcher as he was trying to throw it down to the second base.
And that could be something to look back at also, because there's 2 outs. Carr reaches on the walk, and a nice jump to take third is Dominic Decker. First pitch swinging, this one to second. Flip over to the shortstop to pick up the 3rd out of the inning. So the South tack on 2. The first inning they do not score. They still lead 4-3 over the North. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. This is the Indiana Baseball All-Star Game on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back at the All-Star Game, I caught Doug Greenlee. Doug, I saw that you were in the concession stand. Randy, how many hot dogs did you get?
Well, just one so far, but it's going to be a long day.
Long day. Doug is the AD at Greencastle High School. IndianaSRN did your games this year. A lot of fun. Talk a little bit about your baseball program. Got a couple people here.
Yes, we do. We're fortunate. This is our 2nd year in a row to have a South All-Star here. Last year, Nick Sutherland. And this year, it's Kiefer Wilson. Back-to-back years, and we're proud of those 2 kids. Last year, the team won 19 games, and this past year, 15. So they've won 34 games over a couple of years there and doing very well.
And the young man played football for you because we had him on IndianaSRN a couple times.
Yes, he did, and he was our quarterback and was our leading rusher. And as a matter of fact, there's an All-Star game today in Terre Haute that he was supposed to play in that for football, the Wabash Valley Classic, and he chose to play baseball because he will continue in college at Olney in baseball.
Talk a little bit about your whole entire summer vacation. I know you do a lot of work. The gymnasium looks great, the athletic facility, the new football facility, the new turf. Awesome job.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're continuing to do a lot of upgrades. We've got a project going now that has kind of put things to a halt in some areas of our campus, but it's going to be good in a year and a half when everything's complete. We're getting a lot of stuff, a lot of athletic stuff, and we're very happy with the turf from last year. That project got completed on time, which we were very happy about, played our full season on it. And but right now is really a good time to be a Tiger Cub because there's a lot of positive things going on at our school.
Anytime you need us, you call.
Thank you very much. You guys do a tremendous job. We appreciate it.
I love this guy. Back up to you guys.
Yeah, we really enjoyed the drive over there on the west side to Greencastle. Saw a lot of good games.
Doug's great. Another guy spent more time with on the officiating side. He's done some officiating himself.
So during the interview, Johnson reached base via the infield single.
That's what you had? That's generous. I had an E4.
That's what the scoreboard has.
I don't know who's in charge today. I just didn't think he needed to flip it from the glove, and it wasn't a very good flip.
One-two count to Evan Pierce. He fouls that one off to stay alive. You mentioned just the guys that you know that Keith has been able to find and talk to, and that's the cool thing about what you get at an event like this. You see people from all over who have tremendous roles with their schools, whether it's coach, athletic director. This could be too, and it will be. Double play ball, nicely done by the middle infield. And Decker Petty has 2 outs now.
You also just notice the people and the relationships that really treat guests well, and Doug and Greencastle definitely on that list.
After the 6-4-3, Aiden Coffey, he walked in the first inning. First pitch, hack. Coffey sees an 0-1 come in. Huge breaking ball that kind of caught Coffey off guard, and he's down 0-2. Down low, Coffey doesn't bite.
Interesting that the North and South did approach pitching slightly differently. We get a 3rd inning from Decker Petty.
And he brings in a 1-2 and an excuse me swing from Coffey, and Decker Petty ties him up to pick up his 3rd strikeout. 3 men up, 3 men down. Top of the 4th now, coming up here on IndianaSRN.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
We got coaches all over the place. Got the coach from Carroll. Coach, how's the season?
Well, our season's over, but we had a great season, a great group of kids, and was pleased with how things turned out for us.
Won a conference championship, if I remember correctly, correct?
Well, we're not in a conference. We're Fort Wayne Carroll, so we're independent from a baseball standpoint, but so I guess we did win our conference since we're independent. But we had a great season, and it's always fun to compete with our great group of kids.
Talk a little bit about the All-Star game and how important it is for your program. Maybe you may not have a kid, or you may have a kid in the program. How important it is to get those kids noticeable around the state of Indiana?
It's always an honor to have a kid selected for our North-South game, and over the years we've had a handful of kids, so it's neat to come out to kind of give them a last chance to play as a high school athlete and to put on our uniform on Sunday one last time.
How about the weather? It's not bad. It's only 91. It's not too bad out here.
Not too bad. I like the clouds.
I like the clouds too. Coverage, IndianaSRN covering the whole entire world watching this. So there are young Little League kids watching this. What would you tell them that they need to work on to be a better high school baseball player?
There's so much. Play the game, have fun, compete with your friends, and just play fast.
And always watch IndianaSRN, Coach.
There you go.
There you go. Hey, I love your plug. Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Back up to you guys.
New pitcher in for the North is Ethan McCormick. So Gage Stanifer goes just the 1 inning. A lefty in is McCormick.
New pitcher for the North squad, number 11, leading off the 4th for the South All-Stars, number 8, Charlie Hawk.
His first batter will be Charlie Hawk from the South, who struck out in the second.
McCormick with 82 strikeouts this spring and 9 wins for a short high school season. That's a lot of wins.
McCormick played his ball at West Lafayette Harrison. 9-2 record this season.
He had to be almost pitching every other. I don't know how that happens, actually. He only played, what, 20 games?
At least half of them. Starting at least half of them.
And I guess if you advance further into the tournament, then you get a few more shots at it. I don't know what Harrison did this postseason.
High leg kick and a flare shot that's going to land in between all three defenders. Single gets down for Charlie Hawk, and he'll lead off the fourth with a south base runner.
Hawks base hit will bring to the plate the top of the order. Number 22.
Order turns back over. Charlie Reif has reached base twice. Doubled in the second, walked in the first. Off-speed pitch is in there for McCormick, who posted a 1.54 earned run average. Reif swings at that one. He's down 0-2. Packed north side dugout.
I guess that's why we have 2 games to get everyone in. But if you're wondering how much playing time these kids were going to get, I mean, this is a third attempt at the plate for Reif, and we're only in the fourth.
The 1-2, Reif. Check swing. Did it bounce? I didn't think so. They throw over to second.
Very confused about what.
I think Hawk was confused also. But it was a. No, it did bounce because Reif is now standing at first. The throw over to second does get the lead runner in Hawk. So a must have hit right in front of the plate.
Everyone seems a little bit confused out there. Umpire, catcher.
You can see Hawk is putting his hands up in the air like, wait a minute. I thought it was pumped up into the air. So now there is a man on first still, but with 1 out. Wilson steps up, takes a big swing at the first pitch.
I have a feeling if you were in Greencastle, you'd say that a lot. Big swing at the first pitch by Wilson.
This one fouled off to the left side. Wilson's down 0-2. This fourth inning is brought to you by Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe, located on the north side. Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe offers traditional food like Grandma used to make, but several menu items come with a twist. Make sure you check out Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. Wilson just gets a piece of it. Flips it back to the netting.
Again, hacking at a pitch that maybe a more disciplined approach would not bite at. Little upstairs.
Wilson back in the box. That one just misses outside. Way up, 2-2.
Can hit it out of the ballpark. Had 4 of them this spring. Big kid.
He's got a 2-2 upcoming with Reif leading off at first. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for McCormick. It's the 4th time a South All-Star player has now struck out.
That brings to the plate number 18, Tucker Bivens.
The 3-hitter Tucker Biven is in, playing shortstop this afternoon. 1 for 2 so far. Trying the back pick is Turner from behind the plate, but Reif gets back in time.
See what kind of lefty move we've got here.
Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. The throw down, skips in, gets past second and short. And Reif will take off for third base. A head-first slide, but he's in there well in time. Huge spot here for the South to try and tack on another run, although Biven is down 0-2.
That throw from the outfield almost got by third base as well. That would have been interesting. McCormick was in pretty good position to back that up.
That'll go down as a error for the North. Each team now with 1 on error.
A stolen base and then an error, correct?
Yes.
Certainly what I had.
1-2 to Biven. Fouls that pitch away.
Biven with that almost 600 batting average this spring. 590.
It's just ridiculous. Jam shot. Gonna be a tough play. Shortstop comes in, makes the throw, and records the out. So no more damage done after the stolen base by Reif, and then the error. The North will now come up to bat. They still trail by 1. Scores 4-3 here at Indiana Wesleyan.
Entrepreneurs are often the hardest working, most beloved and inspirational people on the planet. People who lead with heart and are fueled by passion. People like Randy, who found time while running his restaurants to put 3 adopted kids through college. Like Rebecca, who switched careers as an architect to achieve her dream of opening a music venue. And Mia, who turned an after-school hobby into an online floral empire. Entrepreneurs put the time in, lead by example, spark ideas, and impact communities, all while shaping the financial future of their families. Nearly 1 million entrepreneurs trust Heartland to provide the technology to make money, move money, manage employees, and engage customers. Because we're entrepreneurs, we're people, and we get it.
This is another new pitcher.
Got the Homestead coach now. I had the Carroll coach the last half inning. You ran away. I caught you. Talk a little bit about your season and how good your ball club was.
I was really proud of my boys. So we had a really talented senior class the year before, and then coming back this year, we had a lot of guys who had to wait their time, and they worked really hard. And once they got their opportunity, they produced. So we had a good year, and we ended up 24-7, and made it to the regional championship game and fell a little short there. But I was really proud of the boys.
And if I remember correctly, you played also Cathedral. They got to the 4A championship game. They had to play Penn, a very good Penn team, knocked them off. Talk a little bit about those 2 teams.
Yeah, both quality ball clubs. We split with Cathedral early in the year, but it's always a good challenge to play them every year, and just to challenge ourselves and play good competition is what it's all about. And when you see those teams advance in the state tournament, you kind of know that how they play and that they compete, and that's what we're trying to do every year as well.
Okay, every coach I've talked to is the fashion plate. They got their polo on, they got their hat on. Is that a mandatory thing to do once you send a kid to an all-star game?
It's just an unwritten rule. You got to represent your school and be proud of the team you represent, and hopefully come out here and represent them well.
I kind of like that, Coach, because they got my SRN shirt, so I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Keith. Making his rounds. He just knows everybody around here. There's now a new pitcher in for the South All-Stars for the first time. Sam Reed, a left-handed thrower from Brebeuf Jesuit.
Almost surely the number 2 starter at Brebeuf.
Great season this year for Reed, a .444 hitter. Pitching-wise, Reed a 1.17 ERA this season. Appeared in 10 games, won 5 of them with no losses.
What a luxury when you've got a number 2 throwing in the All-Star game.
Dukanich being the number 1. Him and Reed with identical numbers as far as innings pitched this season, both with 54. Reed with 89 strikeouts, Dukanich with a whopping 114. Two count here. This one fouled away by Owen Willard. Willard hit a sac fly in the first inning. That scored Nolan Johnson. That one really tied him up. A lot of movement on that pitch that cut right at the knees. Willard strikes out. Pretty nasty pitch there from Reed.
Zach Hoskins.
And we'll see lefty on lefty. Zach Hoskins is in, the right fielder. First pitch swinging. He goes down 0-1. Hoskins grounded out to the first baseman in inning number 1. Hoskins was the last batter in that first inning. Both teams putting up 3 runs. Another off-speed pitch that tails away from Hoskins.
Not looking real comfortable with the lefty-on-lefty matchup. Usually favors the pitcher.
A lot of off-speed, a lot of movement. What comes on 0-2? That one up and in, nearly catches the nose of Hoskins.
That's something that Coach Matt Cherry at Fishers liked to teach. You're ahead in the count. Something high and tight.
Outside, off the plate, 2-2.
Ooh.
In on the hands, and that one hits Hoskins.
Got bailed out a little bit. Certainly could have gotten out of the way of that, I think, but smart play.
Second time a North All-Star has been hit by a pitch. So one out base runner. Brennan Wiegert's now in, the second baseman, struck out in the second inning. Wiegert from Homestead. Great season for him, 453, 7 doubles, 5 long balls.
And again, what a luxury, 9 spot. You got a kid who can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Nice block by Reif to prevent Hoskins from moving into scoring position.
Sun's trying to peek in here, which might not be a good thing for that second game.
Back to the plate. Jam shot, fouls it straight back, does Wiegert. Still, you really can't complain much about the weather that we've had for this opening game. Can't complain about the campus, the atmosphere. Football stadium, fairly new in the background, past left field. And that's where Wiegert goes with it. A single into left, 2 men on with 1 out, and now it's the top of the order for the North.
Wiegert single, brings to the plate, the top of the order. Number 25, Nick Turner.
This is Nick Turner now. Turner so far 1 for 2. He struck out in his last at-bat, but singled and scored in the first inning. Good spot here for the North to either tie or perhaps potentially take the lead. Runners take off. Possibly a hit and run as Turner was swinging.
I don't know if we missed a sign or just got a really late jump, but Hoskins was very far in front of him in terms of movement.
And now both of them with short leads. Here's the 1-1. Skips in, Rife. Nicely done behind the plate. Back to the plate, just off of it, outside, counts 3-1.
It's a pretty good pitch. Threw it where the catcher wanted it, but yeah, a couple inches off the outside corner.
Turner gonna be attending Earlham College after this one. He lines it into right field. They're going to wave the runner in. He'll score standing. An RBI single for the leadoff man, Nick Turner. Tie ball game yet again at 4. Northside will now have runners at the corners with the DH Luke Willman stepping in.
Brings to the plate, number 4, Luke Willman.
First pitch misses.
Where is Wapahani? He's part of the state?
It is. This one popped up. Fouling out of play. Wapahani had a pretty deep run in the tournament this year also. Seems like they always do. So very good in the baseball department. Willman, a huge part of that this year. 8 home runs this season. That one inside. Going back to that spot was Reed.
He's not a big kid either, so 8 home runs. That is impressive. He's choking up a little bit.
Trying to protect with 2 strikes. He cannot swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout picked up for Reed. 2 down and still 2 men on.
Number 3.
But a dangerous hitter to try and get through in Connor Mish. Buckled him up, falling to his knees. Mish goes down 0-1.
550 average, 28 doubles. He is a big kid.
Not as many home runs as Willman either. He had 5 this year. But again, those doubles you mentioned and the triples that we've already mentioned a couple of times, which are really staggering. 0-2 pitch. Off speed, falls to the bottom of the zone, 1-2. Mish at the next level. This one gets away. Run's gonna score. Reed tried to pick off the runner at first, or at least check on him. So now all of a sudden, North takes the lead 5-4, and the runner from first goes all the way to third. That's Nick Turner.
be throwing them runs.
Deep part of center field, tracking back to make the catch for the third out is the South, but the North, they do take the lead 5-4 for the first time. Going to wave the runner in. He'll score standing. An RBI single for the leadoff man, Nick Turner.
Entrepreneurs are often the hardest working, most beloved, and inspirational people on the planet. People who lead with heart and are fueled by passion. People like Randy, who found time while running his restaurants to put 3 adopted kids through college. Like Rebecca, who switched careers as an architect to achieve her dream of opening a music venue. And Mia, who turned an after-school hobby into an online floral empire. Entrepreneurs put the time in, lead by example, spark ideas, and impact communities, all while shaping the financial future of their families. Nearly 1 million entrepreneurs trust Heartland to provide the technology to make money, move money, manage employees, and engage customers. Because we're entrepreneurs, we're people, and we get it.
Just back at the Baseball State Indiana All-Star Games. Also down in Bloomington today, the girls are playing the softball All-Star Games. Game number 1, South wins 4-1. They're at the top of the 3rd inning with the score 0-0 in game number 2. Back up to you guys. Baseball, softball on IndianaSRN. You got to love it.
Kind of different scores also. Low scoring over there down in Bloomington. But we got some hot bats up here in Marion at Indiana Wesleyan University.
Not that the same thing can't happen in baseball, but a lot of times in softball, you just get the right pitcher on the mound, and it's a very quick game. A lot of softball umpires used to gloat at us baseball umpires on their way to their cars while we were still in the, 3rd or 4th inning.
Cameron Decker will lead off the 5th for the South. Second inning of work for McCormick. This one popped up. Third base side. Trying to fight the sun, and he does make the catch. Does Aiden Coffey.
He's had a couple tricky ones over there. Pretty high in the air. Probably a little bit of wind.
Now it'll be Dominic Decker stepping up for the South. Dominic will be attending Colorado Mesa. Cameron Decker will be going to University of Central Florida. There's so many, a lot of Indiana schools, but also a couple of guys heading out of state to play at the next level. Mentioned just before he popped up to in that previous inning, but it was Connor Mish who is going to be headed to Xavier.
A lot of Midwest representation, but also some national representation.
And also some Indiana Wesleyan guys.
I think I counted 5 on the 2 rosters who will be playing their baseball here for the next 4 years.
2 of them on the north, 3 for the south. Counts 3-1 to Decker.
They've had a good few years in their recent history. Won the conference championship a couple times.
Fly ball to left, second out. Decker flies out, now Behrman upcoming.
And obviously IWU doing a good job on the recruiting trail if they're snagging 5 All-Stars.
4 of those 5 guys are pitchers also, and then you got a first baseman heading to play on this very field. Jam shot. Over to second. Going to be a tough play. A quick throw over to get the out. Nicely done on the put out by Brennan Wiegert. That's a nice 3-up, 3-down inning for McCormick. We will head to the bottom of the fifth here on IndianaSRN.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball Field on the campus of Indiana Wesleyan University. Just a perfect layout. You have the football field like we talked about just past left field. Softball field's behind us. They got track and field area. Everything on the south side of the campus. It's a really beautiful campus, but you add on these fairly new athletic fields, and it's just a perfect setting for this Indiana All-Star game.
Great facilities.
Bottom of the fifth now. Leading off for the North is Nolan Johnson, the first baseman. First pitch swinging. Two-hopper to the second baseman. Easy throw to first for out number one. This inning is brought to you by our good friends at Indiana Mulch and Stone. Since inception in 1987, Indiana Mulch and Stone has been dedicated to providing the highest quality products to landscapers, businesses, and residents in central Indiana. This philosophy has defined our success for the last 35 years and will continue for decades to follow. Indiana Mulch and Stone, a proud sponsor of IndianaSRN broadcast. Another first pitch swinging, this one from Evan Pierce.
Pierce here today with his coach, Eric Emery, one of the assistants for the North.
Just off the plate, 1-1.
Trying to backdoor him there with the late movement.
Pierce from Oak Hill High School. Off speed, way out in front, 1-2. Good
Not far
season
from
for
here.
him.
Not far, Oak Hill from Marion.
Nearly a 500 hitter at 489. He's down 1-2. Didn't miss by much. As Reed was looking for that one. Counts evened up at 2.
Another kid with the capacity to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Fastball was just late on it.
Had some real offensive sparks there in the first inning. It's been a lot quieter, more defensive since then.
Another 2-2 and another pitch that buckles up a North hitter. Another strikeout picked up for Reed, and just great movement against the righties, really riding that pitch on the inside corner and just really buckles them up at the knees.
Some over-aggression playing in an all-star game. You're out there, you're trying to take your hacks.
That one moves away from Aiden Coffey. He struck out in his last at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Walked in the first. This team has the lead for the first time.
Worked a game for Monroe Central, which is where Coffey played, at your alma mater, Eastern Hancock.
How about that?
Last year. I'll I'll say it wasn't pretty for your boys. It's a tough day.
Well, you can just leave it at that, I guess. 2-1 count to Coffee. That one misses 3-1. Yeah, Monroe has been good at all their boys sports for quite some time. Decent at football. Really good basketball season this past year. Low, misses. That's a walk. Coffee will reach. 2-out base runner for the North.
Yeah, I don't know what they were like this past spring, but last year, I mean, they barely had a full roster. I mean, it was like 11 players, but every single one of them were hit.
Owen Willard now up from Eastside High School. 5'16" hitter this year, 10 doubles and 4 triples. Has that extra base ability.
It's a great first pitch there on the inside corner. Really tough to hit.
And now Willard's down 0-2. Willard started for the Blazers on the mound in last year's state championship game.
Did you call it?
I sure did. Sean and I at Victory Field last year. Really good games last year. Some pretty good ones this year with a whole bunch of talent. Willard irons this one out into center field. That's the 3rd out. So the walk to Coffee doesn't result in anything. The North, they stay on top 5-4. The top of the 6th is upcoming here on Indiana SRN. This is the Indiana All-Star Baseball Game.
Is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor because land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a deer. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Back at the All-Star game, Coach Wheeler from the East Side. Pretty good All-Star game so far.
Yeah, good game. 5-4, obviously a lot of runs early, but kids seems like they're settling down a little bit and playing.
Talk a little bit about your season, how things went for you guys this year.
Yeah, we had a pretty good year. We won our conference tournament and then won the sectional, won the first game of the regional, and then got beat in the final game of the regional. So.
Talk a little bit about the kids coming in, maybe the junior high kids that will be upcoming freshmen. What are some of the things that you would give young kids advice to work on to get ready for high school baseball?
Just all their skill level as far as fielding the baseball and just their ability to hit, just easy things that sometimes kids get, they kind of overlook a little bit, but just to work on fundamentals of those 2 skills.
Your team seems to be up and happy in the dugout, and they're kind of reserved like their coaching staff.
Yeah, obviously 5-4 lead. It's starting to get late here. I'm sure we'll have some anxious moments here at the end.
Thanks, Coach, for your time. Back up to you guys.
Landon Carr, the right fielder, now leads things off for the South All-Stars. Another father-son duo appearing in this All-Star game. Got a couple of those. With Coach Willard and his son Owen. Carr is 0 for 1. Flew out in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd. One-two count from McCormick off speed. He waited on it and fouls it off to the left side. Carr awaits another 1-2. Up and outside, he chops that one away as well. star from Northview High School. And on his hands, and he may have fouled it off his foot. Or perhaps his ankle, part of his leg.
Is that west side of Indiana, Northview?
You know what? I'm going to be honest.
I think it is.
I have no idea. Oh, Keith says yes.
Okay.
Oh, ways away. It says over near Terre Haute. That's the thing about some of these schools is you've heard of them. There's a lot of them. A lot of them represented, and some of them are worth a look up to see where exactly they're at. I think they're taking some time on Carr after he chopped that one off his leg.
Okay.
So for the third time, a 1-2 pitch. Rolled over to short, backhand off the glove of the shortstop. And into left field, so Carr will reach base. Willard trying to make that play with the backhand.
Ready to throw it before he had it. Knew he was going to have to get it over there quickly.
Now batting, number 3, Cannon Stoll.
That softball score down in Bloomington. It was just 0-0. Now it's 2-1 with South on top, bottom of the fourth inning.
Stoll going to play at Evansville.
This one lined into center. It'll fall in front of the center fielder.
Purple Aces.
Two men on now. Carr stands at second. Cannon Stoll at first. And the 9-hitter Charlie Hawk due up.
Stoll's base hit brings to the plate. Number 8, Charlie Hawk.
Hawk is 1 for 2, singled in the fourth.
Umpire's always signaling right now. Infield fly situation. First and second, nobody out.
Each team now with 2 errors. Breaking ball falls in for a strike. Still nobody out. First 2 men have reached. Hawk just gets a piece of it. It went through the 5-hole of the catcher Turner, and he looks to be a little shaken up after that one. Umpire will take a little bit of time again to let Turner regain himself a little bit.
Looks like
taking off, huge jump from second, head first slide, and he just beats the tag. Nice read made by Carr, and the double steal. Stoll follows suit, moves up 90 feet to second. Two men in scoring position for Charlie Hawk. Puts this one in play between short and third. 1 run will score. Stoll moves up to third. Runners at the corners. And for the third time, we are tied up.
looks like Jacob Pruitt from Yorktown getting ready to throw over there in that bullpen for the North.
Mound meeting now will take place with McCormick and most of the infield now following suit. 5 runs apiece, 8 hits for the South, just 5 hits for the North, and each team with 2 errors. This inning is brought to you by Taylor Architects, established in 1985 by Robert Taylor, following 20 years of multidisciplined project design and varied construction and administration experiences throughout several states. Now, after more than 35 years of practice, the success of this firm continues as clients and project types grow into a diverse history of successful and architectural service. We want to thank our friends at Taylor Architects for sponsoring this North-South Baseball All-Star Game.
What you do right here, you tell this pitcher, keep the ball down low. You got someone warming up in the bullpen. Be nice if you get an out or so. Don't throw the ball away.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens here. 2 guys will move up 90 feet. More importantly, the South scores.
And I think that one rightly goes as a wild pitch.
6-5 lead now for the South.
Yeah, Keith's right. I was thinking about that too. Obviously, you want to say something substantive about the situation, but also you're just killing some time trying to get your guy ready.
Cannon Stoll scored. Hawk stands at second base, and Charlie Reif is up for the 4th time. That one.
Did it hit him? No.
Looked like it hit him, but it was
skipped.
A huge skip well in front of the plate. Reif takes a huge swing and miss at that one. 2-2. Reif will be moving on to Bellarmine University.
Any ideas where that is?
No, I'm not sure. Reif swings and misses for a strikeout.
Down by Kentucky, boys.
What would we do without you, Keith?
First out of the inning. And McCormick is still out there. He'll now go at Kiefer Wilson.
That was a heads-up play by Nick Turner. Block the ball. Get the ball. Tag this hitter.
Inside to Wilson, 2-0. Top of the 6th inning. One out. Wilson almost went after it. They'll check over to first, but he did not go.
We've been told we're going the full 9 today for both games. High school kids, of course, play 7 innings in Indiana, but we're going 9 today.
There's a strike, finally from McCormick. 2 9-inning games. The second game has an approximate start time around 3:30. But of course, that is pending, depending on how this game wraps up. Wilson chips that one into left field, an easy grab for the left fielder out there, Zach Hoskins.
At the Indianapolis Indians game last night and saw for the first time a batter get called out for, I don't know what the right term is, but the clock issue.
Oh, that's
he was wasting
right.
too much time.
Delay
They
of
got
batting.
the
Delay of
clock,
batting.
pitching clock in the minor leagues to take note of. There will be a pitching change for the North. We will give you that picture when we return. We'll take a break from Indiana Wesleyan University. This is the Indiana Baseball All-Star Game.
Okay, I got coach.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard. as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back at the All-Star game, Coach Jack is with us from Manchester. Your last All-Star game, because it's your last season of Gucci.
Yes. Yeah. First time I've done this, and it's a pretty good honor, to be honest with you.
How many years have you been at Manchester?
24 as a head coach, and I was there 5 as an assistant.
You know, guys, it's guys like this that makes it fun for me, because he comes in, he makes it a joke here and there. It makes you feel good in the dugout. Now, during the regular season, there's no way you let me in your dugout, would there?
No, it wouldn't bother me a bit. I'd let you in there.
Well, my comedy act works pretty good.
Okay, if you say so.
Right.
But no, I'd let you in there. No big deal to me.
Talk about, what do you say to those pitchers, kids struggling a little bit? What do you do out there? I know you delay a little bit to get the other kid ready, but you got to get his confidence up as well, because he's going to be batting here coming up.
Yeah, well, the big thing is you just got a game to take a deep breath, relax, and just get refocused. And sometimes they just need that little bit of a break, a few seconds here, a few seconds there. Just got to step back, take a breath, and, hey, get refocused again, ready to go.
Okay, Coach, we got a spot for you next year in the broadcast booth. You ready?
I might be able to do that. I've done that a few times at football games, so I suppose I could do that.
We could drive up to Manchester. We'll go up there and let Coach Jack do it. Back up to you guys.
Offer to commitment. That's what I heard.
The new pitcher for the North All-Stars. Finally gets a strike in there. Apparently is Jacob Pruitt.
That's what I've got.
Pruitt has been a courtesy runner also, so he's listed as an outfielder, but he is now on the bump. Here's a line drive to the shortstop. Nice snag made by Willard at short. So they'll strand the runner at second, but the South do retake the lead 6-5. Bottom of the 6th, upcoming from Indiana Wesleyan University.
Looks like
taking off, huge jump from second, head first slide, and he just beats the tag.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
There's a look inside the South All-Star dugout. They retake the lead. The lead is swapped back a few times. It's been tied 3 separate occasions in this game, as we now play the bottom of the 6th with Zach Hoskins starting things off.
Pruitt did his job, stopped the bleeding for the North.
Sam Reed is back out there, and he has Hoskins down 0-2. Reed has been phenomenal in what is now his 3rd inning of work that he's going through. Nearly gets the strikeout there. He's got 2 of them. The 1-2. Fouled off to the left side. Hoskins reached base in the 4th inning. He was hit by the pitch and then ended up scoring. Another fouled off left side.
Hoskins from Penn High School up in the Mishawaka, South Bend area. One of those schools that always seems to be having tons of success. And
check swing,
everything.
but he went around. Another strikeout picked up for Reed, and Hoskins is sat down to begin the bottom of 6. Want to real quickly give a shout out to one of our cameramen this afternoon, Justin Griffiths. He's celebrating a birthday today. Justin working down in the south dugout with the camera.
How'd you get that intel?
He shared it with me, yeah.
He's bragging about it.
I think we should talk to Justin.
Let's go. Hey, Justin, how's it feel to work on your birthday?
Well, you know, Keith, when you brought this up to me, I told you that the only thing I had going was my birthday. So you said, you want to work? Sure, why not?
The guys around you have something for you, but we'll wait till the game is over that the Gatorade water will go on you after the game.
After the second game is fine.
Oh, second game. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, second game, guys. Gatorade for Justin. What are you, 25 today?
30.
30. Wow. I have a pair of socks older than that. Back up to you guys.
That's how old I thought Justin was. He caught me off guard when he said 30. I thought there's no way. Big swing and a miss from Weigert. He's got a full count now, 3-2. Trying not to be back-to-back strikeout victims to Reed. But he is. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks, both of them swinging. Reed really into a groove here in this bottom of 6.
Now batting for the North squad, the top of the order spot, number 14, Sam Glad.
First pitch strike is in there. A new batter for the North. Sam Glad will take over the catching duties for Turner. Will now bat leadoff. Glad, a lefty hitter, 1-1 count, swings at this one, rolls over to the second baseman, an easy throw over to first. 3 up, 3 down, including 2 strikeouts for Sam Reed. He has 4 total Ks. Excuse me, 5 total Ks. Well done by Reed and company. The South lead things 6-5. Keith is down on the field with our home plate umpire.
Yeah, the home plate umpire. How many years have you been doing this?
I've been doing this 37 years, high school baseball in Indiana.
Look right over there. Your girlfriend's probably waving to you. There you go. Talk a little bit about the mechanics. And it's an all-star game, but you guys, this is a very important job because these kids expect almost perfection from you guys as well.
You have the best players in high school baseball in the state of Indiana that are here. You can't just kind of goof around and do that. You've still got to give it your best. Every game means something, and that's every game from a JV game all the way through this all-star game state finals. It all means something to everyone, and always keep that in mind when you officiate.
One thing I noticed is your strike is not as loud as I thought. I thought you would go, oh! But no, you're just kind, cool strike.
There is no need to oversell a strike. Every ball is a strike until proven otherwise.
You never saw me umpire. Now,
I think that's why we need to keep you on that side, and I'll stay out here. How's that?
I appreciate it. Thanks for the talk.
Always.
It's good to have these guys. And, one of the things that we did in our production meeting is first thing I said, is it okay to come out? You can come out. You can do anything you want because this is for the kids. and there are lots of people watching, and we're excited about that.
This is a pretty good umpiring crew, and we're going to get them actually for both games. James Craig, Jimmy Payne, Jeff Little, and Taryn Butler doing both of our All-Star games this afternoon.
Most important thing he said there, every pitch is a strike until proven otherwise. You know, you'll hear people right behind the plate, that was outside. Well, it was a strike.
It's a hard job, and they've so far have done a fantastic job through 6 innings. But they have 12 more innings to go.
It's a long day. It's a full day.
9-inning doubleheader. It sure is. So top of the 7. More work for the pitcher for the North. Which is Potter. Excuse me, Pruitt. Jacob Pruitt out for another inning. He's got a new hitter for the first time in for the South. Is Jake Wisenreed. Wisenreed hitting for the DH. No, excuse me, he's hitting for Cameron Decker, the third baseman. Wisenreed up the middle, a base hit, just off the glove of the second baseman. Nice job of coming on, making the most of an at-bat.
Looks like Wisenreid hit 9 home runs this spring, and he came off the bench today. So there you go.
From Lawrence North High School. .400 batter this year. And another pinch hitter. Joe Huffman is in for the South. He pops up deep center field, retreating back, making the catch out there for the North. That's the first out. So it looks like the South side is opening up their bench. 3 consecutive pinch hitters now as Nick Wiley steps up to the plate. He'll bat for the first baseman, Riley Behrman. First pitch swinging, line drive into left field. And that'll be a hit. 3 pinch hitters, 2 of them now have reached. And now we'll get our 4th straight pinch hitter.
Mason Grant, Brownsburg.
Grant will hit for Landon Carr. This one, inside outside hitting, could be a double play ball. They get 1 at second, they get 2 at first. 4-6-3 double play. 2 men get on, but the North get out of it. And now they'll come back up to the plate in the top of the 7th when we return here on Indiana SRN.
Looking for a great family experience? Well, look no further than Indy's best campground, KOA Indianapolis. RV sites, tents, cabins, and glamping is just minutes away. The kids will love the new splash park, horses, and summer activities. Whether you're roasting marshmallows around the campfire for gooey s'mores, enjoying our amazing pizza delivered to your site, or hand-dipped ice cream. Don't forget to visit our gift shop boutique where you'll find supplies of all your gift and camping needs. Go on KOA.com to book or call us at 317-894-1397. Mention IndianaSRN for a free bundle of fireworks.
With us is now Coach Winston Reed. We know him from Lawrence North. We had you a couple of times this year and a couple of times last year and a couple of times before that. You just need to hire us.
That's right, we do. We need to hire you full-time, be my own, what do they call it?
Program, network.
Yeah, my network, to promote me, right? I don't know what for, but you're going to promote me.
Talk about your kid. How about having your kid on the All-Star team? You a little jittery about that a little bit.
Oh, no. We're just here to have a good time. He's his own man. He's done a great job this year. Being a coach's kid's not always the easiest thing to do, but he just comes out and got a good pitch to hit, put some good wood on it, and 1 for 1.
Wildcats did a nice job this year in the tournament. Maybe got beat early in the tournament, but good job in the county tournament.
Well, we did. We really played a lot better than I anticipated. I knew we would hit, knew we'd play some defense. Wasn't sure about the pitching, but we had some kids that our position players step up and did a great job. So 24 wins, second highest in program history. I'd say we had a good year.
Okay, in my ear, I was just told by my producer, Winston Reed Baseball Network is powered by IndianaSRN.
I like it.
All right, we're working on that, Jerry. Back up to you guys.
Winston Reed to Reisdorf.
Some interesting names. 1-1 count now.
Leading off for the North squad is number 24, Brayden Reisdorf.
Reisdorf is a East Noble kid. Listed as a pitcher, but getting a nod here. Up to bat. Hitting for the DH, Luke Willman.
I've got him as an IU commit. Is that what you have?
Yes, sir. He swings at that 1-2 pitch. Nice off speed from the new pitcher of the South. That's Grayson Knight from University, and he gets the strikeout there.
Now batting is number 19, Luke Siren.
Reisdorf has his dad coaching up their team. A lot of father-son duos. We already mentioned Willard and Van Overen. And now Reisdorf with that appearance. Big Bender is in there from Knight for another strike. 2-1 count. Nice cutter across the plate. 2-2 the count. The North hitter is Luke Siren out of Fort Wayne Northrop. Swings at that pitch, fouls over to the South dugout. One out, 2-2 count. Righty on righty, Siren. Has that pitch skip in there, the count runs full. Siren works the walk, a one-out base runner from down in the count to reaching first base.
Walk to Siren brings to the plate. Number 22, Jordan Malott.
And now the theme continues. Another pinch hitter. This is Jordan Malott.
They're making us work up here.
He sure is. We're Trying to check our sheets, get the number, get the name, get everything written down.
Fort Wayne Carroll kid here.
Back-to-back Fort Wayne kids up to bat. Mallett's ahead 2-0. For Grayson Knight this season, pitching for University, a 6-2 record. Earned run average of 1.93.
Looks like he can hit too.
444 hitter this year. Clips the top of the zone for a strike, 3-1.
That might have been the most perfect pitch to hit today, and it was passed on.
That one is far and outside. Another walk issued. Back-to-back walks from Knight. There's 2 men on with 1 out. And this is the North pitcher, Jacob Pruitt.
This is the first pitcher to hit today, I think, isn't it?
I think so too. He's got the nice American flag sleeve on his right arm. Huge step out, and this one gets away from the catcher. To the backstop. Both men move up. Second and third now for the North. A chance to take the lead right back. Pruitt as a hitter this year, just over 400. He had 2 home runs this year, including a grand slam. Knight kind of struggling with his command here as he falls behind 2-0.
Now this is testing my rules memory, but I think a pitcher hitting eliminates the DH for the North for the rest of the day. Am I right about that?
That
Fingers
is
crossed.
You may be right. That is definitely a Keith Myers question also. 3-1 to Pruitt. Not sure if Keith's going to answer that question for us. He's probably looking for the food. Pruitt, this will get a run in. And both runners are going to be able to tag up and advance. Sac fly RBI for the pitcher Pruitt. 6-6 is your ball game.
Pruitt has a sacrifice fly to bring in the tying run and brings to the plate.
So we just had a pitcher hit for the first time today for the North, and I'm pretty sure that eliminates the DH for the rest of the day. Is that your understanding?
So yeah, Keith's giving us the answer right now. He says you're correct, Chris. Huge breaking ball drops in. 1-2 the count.
Well, they also instituted in Indiana that player DH rule last year, so it makes it even trickier.
Dalton Wasson strikes out. Strikeout picked up by Knight to pick up the third out, but the North do tie things up 6-6. Keith Myers is back down on the field.
Last Saturday we were at a different facility about this time. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thank you.
The sting of the loss wore off, and I was able to reflect back on an incredible season. That senior group was, that they were freshmen when we came in to Buff in that first year, and they all played that year. And just reflecting back on that group in particular and what they were able to accomplish over their career. And this season was a very special season. We broke a lot of records. You know, Dukanich has the career strikeout record at Rebuff. Anthony Ane has the career and single-season stolen base record. We broke the record for most wins in a season there. So lot to be proud of, lot to look back on and reflect, even in the event of not finishing the season like we really wanted to. But it was a fun ride.
Talk about the All-Star game. You got 2 kids in the All-Star game. One's not playing, one kid has already played. Their excitement about being chosen to be in this game.
Yeah, I think they are excited about it. It's a great honor for both of them. Great honor for Andrew last night, winning the Player of the Year for the state of Indiana. Both kids are very deserving of where they're at today, and him winning the award last night. Both kids work incredibly hard and have for 4 years to improve their game. They're unbelievable teammates, unbelievable leaders in our program. I think they're having a good time today, and it's a special time for them to be around all these other kids and the accomplishments that they have.
Wins and rings making fun of you. You know, you talk about the kids, but more of a good citizen too, and good students. They're just not only good athletes, but good citizens, and you got to love that because that's what you breed in your program.
Well, it's unbelievable, and that's what we get at Rebuff a lot is you get kids like that. But you take Andrew and Sam in particular; they're unbelievable kids in the classroom. Their behavior, so you don't have problems with those types of kids. They don't get in trouble. They offer their time. They do community service. Coach McIntyre right back here behind me was just bragging about Andrew, about how he goes down to the Washington Township Little League and is umpiring down there. And most kids in his shoes, that's not something they want to go do.
Coach, I appreciate what you do for us. I know that we talked a lot last week, and we're talking this week, and it's just a lot of fun. And you're a class act. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Back up to you guys.
Keith he wants to play so bad. He wants to get back in the game.
Hard to lose that desire. Never goes away.
So the pinch hitter is Brody Chrisman out of Zionsville. He'll lead things off and bat for the center fielder, Cannon Stoll. The pitcher is moving in from the shortstop position. That's Owen Willard. Willard got ahead 0-1, but is back even 1-1.
Zionsville, another one of those schools where you know that Crispin was challenged during the regular season. I'm sure they were playing good competition in the Indianapolis suburbs.
Crispin is down 1-2. The lefty swings and a miss at the off speed. Drop third strike, but the throw over to first is crisp to complete the strikeout.
Sam Glad continuing the catcher play for the North.
Connor Foley steps in from Jasper. Everyone, just about everyone, getting to step in here in these later innings. On the top of the 8th, playing 9. Willard, breaking ball in there for a strike.
Foley from Jasper, another IU guy, I believe.
A lot of zip on that fastball from Willard, but it's just off the plate. Goes back to it. This time beats him with it.
That umpire out in center field's looking pretty comfortable. Hands on the hips.
Off-speed pitch, back-to-back Ks for Owen Willard. There are 2 down quickly.
There's another interesting umpiring tidbit. You work the whole season with a 2-guy system. Then if you get a postseason assignment, it's 3 guys. And some of those rotations aren't as easy and obvious as you might think. We got 4 out there today.
4 pretty good ones, too. Off speed, in there for a strike.
Great pitch.
Yeah, you miss with the fastball. You're behind 1-0, but you still, Willard, who's working quickly, has that confidence to throw that off speed anytime, any place.
What do you got for his height? He does not look big out there, but man, he brings it a little bit.
1-2, another off speed, another drop third strike, a chance to strike out the side, and Willard does just that. 3 up, 3 down, all retired via this one. Inside outside hitting, could be a double play ball. They get 1 at second, they get 2 at first. 4-6-3.
Well, I had a guest and he ran away from me. I still looking for him. Oh, here he comes. The guy from Oak Hill is here, and great tournament so far.
Yeah, it's a tremendous turnout. Been doing this a long time, and I think the crowd here tonight's really, really incredible. People out in left field on the hill, and people hiding out underneath the bleachers. Just a great atmosphere, I think, for these kids to be a part of.
I used to be a pastor, so if I give you an estimated count of 55,000, I think it would be okay, wouldn't it be?
Whatever you say, the Lord wins.
Okay. Talk a little bit about your duties, because you have been here as early as we got here setting up. What is your duties with the committee?
I'm a past president for the IHSBCA and an executive liaison. I basically have been doing this for 2 years with Rich, just trying to get prepared. This was supposed to be in 21, but because of COVID, that pushed the Evansville series to the 21 year and then us to the 22. And just been a part of everything, hiring umpires, getting, busing for the kids, locking down hotel rooms, just trying to make this experience about them, making them feel like, they're the show, and that's who they are today.
There's a lot of people behind the scene, but talk a little bit about Brian and his leadership. From day one when he talked to us about doing this, he knew what we did, and he knew we would do it well. Everything this whole entire tournament or this series has been is top-notch.
Yeah, we sure hope so. Brian Abbott is a major reason why I'm even here today and still coaching. When I first came to Oak Hill in 2003, he was at Eastbrook and took me under his wing, and I just kind of followed him around like a lost puppy, really, and just trying to learn in everything he does. He's a stand-up individual and a great mentor to me and tremendous leader for our association. And we just kind of don't want to screw it up, right? Our association is one of the strongest in the country, one of the largest in the country, believe it or not. I'm behind guys like Texas and Ohio, but we're right up there with them as an Indiana association with over 500 members, and we just want to make sure this series, which has got a long history behind it, we just continue tradition and don't screw it up.
And you say that because we have viewers all over the country watching this. The College World Series is playing later on tonight, but there are a lot of people out the state watching this game.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe every year you get surprised by some kids and sometimes not surprised that make the big leagues. I'll never forget in 2005, Lance Lynn was in this game, and Tommy Hunter was in this game. Brandon Beachy was in this game. Josh Lindblom was in this game. 4 guys made professional baseball in that one weekend.
We appreciate your time, and thanks. You've done everything for IndianaSRN. By the way, we're short one meal. My meal is not up there. I got a feeling they ate it.
We'll maybe run over to Panda Express and get you something.
Okay, back up to you guys.
That explains a lot about Keith. He's a former pastor, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it sure does.
My dad has preached many a sermon, and my mother used to sometimes, just give him a little watch signal,
Great talk there with Shane Edwards. He's a member of the Executive Council for the Indiana High School Baseball Coaches Association, and putting on yet again another great clinic here for these Indiana Baseball All-Stars. This one to first, and thought about going at 2, but he'll just get the out at first.
I believe that hitter was Keaton Mahan from Westfield. And give you an indication of how excited he is to be here. Took a little picture with the umpire before his at-bat.
Little picture of the home plate umpire, nicely done. You see that in the MLB All-Star game sometimes. Joey Spinn reached base on an infield single. He stands at second now.
Advances on the fielder's choice.
And this hitter for the North All-Stars is Luke Smock.
Delphi.
To short. Smock has some speed, but he doesn't beat out the nice throw made by the shortstop over there for the South. That's Tyler Kearney. Out of Center Grove. And that holds Joey Spinn at second with 2 outs.
We're running out of frames left in this ball game, so we'll see if the North can pick up this run with 2 outs.
Top of the order, back up. This is Sam Glad. Took over catching for Nick Turner.
Glad can hit the ball out of the ballpark. 5 dingers this spring.
That one's low and away. Counts 2-0 to Glad. I want to thank one of our sponsors for this Indiana Baseball All-Star game, Atlas Foundry Company. Owned and operated by the Gartland family. Everything from metal testing to machining, coating, heat treating, and much, much more. Providing high-quality gray iron castings. Atlas Foundry Company. 1983, that's a long time.
A year before I was born.
129 years. This one gets away from the catcher. Spin will move up a base.
Did you say 18? What year?
18.
1880.
Unless that's a Keith Myers typo. But he says it's right.
Okay. All right. Well,
129 years. Three-one count to Glad. Just inside.
But how long have they been an IndianaSRN sponsor? The real question.
Not very long. Not very long, I don't think. Courtesy runner for the catcher, Glad. And this is number 27, Parker Dean for the North. Batting for the first time. Western High School. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Tie ball game here, chance for the North, who is the home team, to take the lead into the final frame. Runner takes off. They won't throw it down there. Nice speed from the North courtesy runner. I believe that was, well, it looked like Zachary Hoskins, number 5. But it could be wrong on the number from way up here. Opposite field hitting. First baseman snags it down to get the third out. 2 men on, but they do not score.
The College World Series is playing later on tonight, but there are a lot of people out of the state watching this game.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe every year you get surprised by some.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
John Walls is with us, the athletic director of university, and got a kid playing, and he threw pretty well that inning.
Not too bad. You know, Grayson's had a great year for us, a great 4-year career at University High School, and we're tickled to death to be up here and getting some recognition they well deserved.
Not only that he's getting that recognition, but the school is getting that recognition. Chris has done a great job, great hire. Christian Little League player, played for Coach Myers many years ago, but Chris has done a good job with that program.
Chris and his staff have done a great job. You know, I'm up here with Reed. Chris is down in Alabama, Georgia playing some summer ball, but you know, we just wanted to come up and show Grayson our support, and we're very proud of that young man.
Talk a little bit about the program, because the program has done really well. Looking for a diamond. I know that you play at Round Trip right now, but things are going well at university.
You know, we're going really well. We're looking at record attendance this year. University, over 350 kids. We had 27, 28 boys come out for baseball this year. Had a good season. Just couldn't put it together at the end. We're excited about the future of university baseball.
We want to thank you for hospitality. I think we were there 3 or 4 times for basketball. Looking forward to doing more for you next year.
We're looking forward to it, and you know, going through these summer months, and hello fall, we're coming back around. So, but thanks, Keith. Thanks for all your support. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Back up to you guys.
Pinch hitter is Drew Howard for the South. Back for another inning is Owen Willard, who in that previous 8th inning struck out the side. Took him all but 13 pitches to retire those 3 batters with the strikeouts. He's got a 1-1 count now. Was in their first strike, 1 and 2.
Howard didn't like that, and the umpire's always right, but I think I see why he didn't like it.
Howard waits the 1-2. Willard brings it in. More off-speed pitch. 4 batters, 4 strikeouts for the East Side pitcher Owen Willard. All got him swinging too. This is Tyler Cerny. Was at the shortstop position, made 1 out in that previous inning. Off speed, Cerny early on it, down the foul line. Cerny stands tall in the right side of the batter's box. That pitch was tall. It's 2-1. So the rules are in this Indiana All-Star game, if we do end up going into extra innings, it will be a maximum of just 1 inning played, and we will go bases loaded in a 1-1 count to start each half inning if we make it to the 10th. Bases loaded, 1-1 count. Foul back over our heads, 2-2.
Before this half inning, the umpires and the coaches all gathered together. I don't have a strong sense that that rule was in place before that conversation just occurred.
Swing and a miss. How about 5 strikeouts now for Owen Willard? He is spectacular right now. All of them swinging. No one can touch this kid.
Now batting, number 29, Jake.
Started the game in the field.
Jake Winsen-Reed steps back in for his second plate appearance, and already behind 0-1 Willard.
A little bit different story with the extra inning rules if we weren't going another 9 this afternoon.
Winsen-Reed singled back in the 7th. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Willard has a chance to strike out 6 straight batters if he can take care of Winsen-Reed right here.
He's looking real confident.
Fouled away, staying alive.
Started the game as shortstop, is that correct?
He did. Willard back to the plate. Not fishing after it is Winsen-Reed.
It's a good 2-strike pitch, low and away.
Two count and 2 outs. Willard, Winsen-Reed stays alive. Another 2-2. Off speed, got him again. 6 batters, 6 strikeouts for Owen Willard. Are you kidding me? How about that? We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Game's tied at 6-6, but first we will have another chat with Keith Myers.
Brian Abbott's here with us. The extra innings, bases loaded, 1 0 count and 1 out, right?
1 out and a 1-1 count.
Okay. And you need me to throw?
No, we don't. And they don't need me to throw either. And they don't need me to hit.
Has this game ever went into extra innings?
I think we've had a couple ties in the past, but we don't want to go extra innings very long because of the pitch count. We have kids that have, we want to keep them on their pitch count. But we're only going to do it for 1 inning, so if there's no winner after the 1 inning, then we're going to declare it a tie.
I think we just throw up a coin toss.
Put somebody at the plate so you can hit it the farthest, too.
Okay. I noticed that the band is warming up. Are they doing the 35-minute in-between game, or are they going to be marching on the field?
That's the Stanford band. They're waiting for somebody to run over them out there.
Right. You guys don't even know that reference. Me and Brian lived that reference. Back up to you guys.
Come on, Keith. John Elway, please.
Chris knows. Hey.
Bad assumptions for $500.
Well, thanks for joining us. You've made it all the way to the near end. We could play for extra innings. We'll see. It was a lot of scoring early on. 3 runs in the first from both teams. And now we're tied up 6-6. Owen Willard in 2 innings of work. 6 batters, 6 strikeouts, all of them swinging. If there's a MVP for this game given out, consider the East Side pitcher who's going to be attending Purdue Fort Wayne. Grayson Knight is back out there in the bottom of this 9th inning. Over to second. It's a first for the out. And retired on the ground out is Luke Siren. Jordan Mallett is up to the mound, or up to bat now, Malott. He walked in the 7th. Sees the first pitch strike. With the way that these pitchers have found a groove lately, it appears very well we could be heading for that 10th inning. We will not play more than 10.
We might need to turn on the lights tonight.
Yeah. That is very true. 2:45 right now. We've been playing for a little over 2.5 hours. The last couple of games in this series, 4 of the last 6, as that one skips away, 4 of the last 6 have been won by the South, including the last 3 games, which were played last year in Evansville at Castle High School. South won 5-3, 7-6, and 9-4. They did not play this game in 2020 due to COVID. And the North won 2 out of the 3 games in 2019 played in Madison, Indiana at South Central. Full count pitch is off the plate, so there's a walk. Could be the winning run for the North.
The walk to Malott brings to the plate number 20, Jacob Pruitt.
Malott stands on first now. Jacob Pruitt, who got in an inning of work on the mound, singled in the previous inning. Sees a first pitch strike. Knight checks on the runner at first. Inside pitch, misses off the plate. That one also misses off speed, 2-1. This 9th inning is brought to you by Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. Make sure you check them out on the north side of Indianapolis near Lawrence. Traditional food like Grandma used to make. Some items have a twist. Check out Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. 3-1 count to Pruitt.
Hasn't been a ton of patience at the plate today, which is understandable, but Pruitt aware of the situation here.
Infield at normal spots, normal depth. That pitch is upstairs, and another walk.
And that's a great walk.
Knight has given up 5 walks. He started off his 7th inning with 2 back-to-back, was able to get out of that jam.
And that's going to be it.
That will be all for Knight. He will exit in this 9th inning. There's going to be 2 runners on for the North, and the hitter will be Dalton Wasson for the North side. We'll check out the new pitcher when we return to Indiana Wesleyan University. Bottom of the 9th in the Indiana Baseball All-Star Game.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
The new pitcher for the South is Connor Foley from Jasper High School. Foley had a plate appearance in the previous inning. He was one of the strikeout victims to Owen Willard, and here he is now on the mound trying to keep the South in the game and force extra innings. The North in pretty good position here. Runners at first and second, 1 out, and their hitter will be Dalton Wasson, who struck out in the 7th inning. Wasson from Heritage High School. First pitch fastball in there for a strike. Wasson hit .541 this year. Second pitch to him, this one misses. Got some background music with the band playing close by on a near field. High chopper to second base, played it nicely. Did the second baseman, and a throw over to third to check on Pierce. It does move the runners to second and third, but there is 2 outs.
That could have very easily been an error with a different bounce.
It'll be up to Joey Spinn if he wants to end this game through 9 innings. First pitch, fastball, strike 1.
Spin coming down from Caston, not far from where I grew up.
Spinn singled in the previous inning, but right now he's in an 0-2 hole. To Connor Foley. Foley will step off, go through the signs one more time.
If you're catching right now, you've got to block everything.
Winning run stands at third. And time called this time by Spinn, the batter. Foley with his catcher Oscar Pegg will deliver an 0-2. Swing and fouled off. Base hit wins it for the North. Any out for the South will head to extras. 0-2. Nice scoop. Backhand by Pegg.
Spin hit .468 this spring. Not a ton of extra base hits, but a guy who can come up with a hit in a situation.
And this is some situation. Second ball's in there. It's 2-2. A Spinn chokes up on the bat.
And you're right about that. He didn't get the start today, but he's getting the crucial at bat of the game.
Just gets a piece of it. Brought the fastball, did Foley. A 2-2 one more time. Foley to the plate. Well, off the plate outside. Full count to Joey Spinn.
It's a great at bat.
The payoff pitch. Swing and fouled straight back. We'll do it again.
If you thought this was only about the fun and the ceremony, maybe you didn't expect a 6-6 ball game in the 9th inning. 2 outs, runners in scoring position.
Another payoff pitch and another foul.
First base is unoccupied, so if you're a pitcher here, you can be a little more aggressive or creative than maybe you normally would.
And he misses. Works the walk, does spin, and now Foley will have to go up against a lefty hitter. This is number 7, Keaton Mahan. Mahan, fielder's choice, in inning number 8, has the bases juiced. That one well inside, up in the belt.
Mahan, one of the lower batting averages on the sheet in front of me, but again, he played at Westfield. They play very formidable competition, and I'm sure he's perfectly capable of coming through in a situation like this one.
And now a dangerous count as Foley falls behind 2-0. This one swung on and hit a ton.
It's foul.
Is it fair? Yes, it is. Walk-off grand slam for Keaton Mahan. That one may have hit the house out there beyond the right field fence. And the Westfield kid wins it for the North.
No shortage of dramatics today. I want to see the replay, though. I want to see where that ball goes through. I don't think the umpire knew, but you had to call that fair, right?
I'm just like you. I lost that ball. It was hit a mile high and a mile long. And the south side coaches are talking with the two umpires out on the field. And I don't know if it's a friendly discussion or a, hey, you totally missed that one. But, hey, Keith is standing down on the field with the game winner.
You've been watching my films, haven't you?
I have been watching your films.
I knew it. I knew it. Good job. How's it feel when it came off the bat? Did you know it was gone?
Yeah, I knew it was gone, but I just was debating if it was going to be fair or foul. So I just was kind of like waiting for an answer. So
you were thinking of waving it fair, right?
I was thinking about it. I was hoping the wind would pick up and start blowing. So
big win for you guys, because that's a big win, and that's a big walk-off. Here comes water. I'm glad I moved, because I'm not as fast as you. Congratulations, job well done.
Thank you.
Is this a lot of fun this weekend?
This is a blast. It's kind of fun to just be with my friends and enjoy it for one last time before going off to college.
Job well done. Congratulations. Back up to you guys.
Thanks so much, Keith. That is the walk-off winner right there, Keaton Mahan, and he does it in a huge fashion. Grand slam over the right field fence. What was a 6-6 tie ball game turns out to be a 10-6 walk-off win for the North, and Keith has the winning coach.
All coaching, right?
Yeah, magic's in the players. Always has been, always will. And that was a heck of a way to end it right there.
What a poke. I mean, that thing went out of here on a bullet.
Yeah, that thing was absolutely crushed. So I don't know if that one happens, though, without Joe there, that AB before, seeing like 11 pitches. I mean, just to give him that opportunity, build that pitcher up a little bit, and he was able to see that fastball, and he took care of it. So.
Job well done. Congratulations. You got one more.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We're going to take a break, fellas, and we'll come back with game number 2. These guys are pumped. They are excited about this game.
There's a look at Keith down on the field. We will wrap things up. There's the Northside All-Stars. Everyone's going to take a lunch break. We'll be back for game number 2. Approximate start time is 3:30, but we will wait and see where exactly that lies and let you know the start time for game number 2. The Northside wins it 10-6 on a walk-off grand slam from Westfield's Keaton Mahan. What a way to end it, but we get the joy of another game this afternoon from Indiana Wesleyan University. Stay with us. We will take an extended break and be back for that second game when we return here on Indiana SRN. This is the Indiana North-South All-Star Baseball Game.